Hello friends, today we are going to watch 10 foods high in saturated fats you must limit eating. Consuming excessive amounts of saturated fats can have negative effects on cardiovascular health. It is important to limit the intake of foods high in saturated fats. Saturated fats affects your health. High levels of saturated fats from burgers, pizza, excess amounts of butter, animal fat, and the like leads to it. LDL cholesterol gets deposited on the walls of the arteries, thereby preventing the free flow of blood to and from the heart to various parts of the body. If LDL cholesterol levels are not kept in check, it can lead to a clogged artery that can cause a heart attack. Here are 10 common foods that are high in saturated fats and should be consumed in moderation. Butter is high in saturated fat and should be used sparingly. Butter smells and tastes so great that it is almost impossible to eliminate it from our lives. But here is the thing, unless you start consuming it in limited amounts, you will end up by paying for fixing your broken heart. If you look at the saturated fat content of butter, it is way higher than mayonnaise. That's why you must consume as little butter as you can. Have 1 or 2 teaspoons of butter per day. Red meat, beef, lamb, and pork are examples of red meat that contain higher amounts of saturated fats. Choose lean cuts and limit consumption, opting for lean protein sources like poultry, fish, or plant-based alternatives. Cheese. It is easy to overconsume cheese, especially when you can have it with bread, in salads, as a dip, fried, or just nibble it. Though cheese has many beneficial nutritional qualities, over-consuming it can put your heart health at risk. In just a slice of cheese, you get half the daily recommended amount of saturated fat. Now think about the amount of cheese used in pizzas and burgers. Slash the amount of cheese you consume per day and work out regularly to keep your heart fit. Processed meats. Processed meat like sausage, salami, bacon, and chorizo are high in sodium and saturated fats. Additionally, processed meats contain animal fat, which also puts them on the unhealthier side when consumed in excess amounts regularly. Consume mushrooms, boiled lentils, tofu, beans, and lean meat like chicken breast to get protein instead of processed meats. Full fat dairy products. Whole milk, full fat cheese, cream, and high fat yogurts are sources of saturated fats. Consider opting for low fat or fat free versions of these products or exploring plant based alternatives. Whipped cream. This must be a tough list for you. Everything delicious is on this list. But hey, sometimes it's better to hear the bitter truth and correct yourself than regretting later. The much loved whipped cream has high saturated fat content and can make you gain weight quickly. Consume sour cream instead of whipped cream or avoid it to prevent your health from going down south. Palm oil. Palm oil is widely used in processed foods and baked goods. It is a highly saturated fat and should be limited. Check food labels and choose products with healthier oil alternatives. Coconut oil. While coconut oil has gained popularity, it is high in saturated fat. Moderation is key when using coconut oil in cooking or baking. Consider using healthier oils like olive or canola oil for most cooking needs. Fried foods. Foods that are deep fried or pan fried tend to absorb large amounts of oil, which can be high in saturated fats. Opt for healthier cooking methods such as baking, grilling, or steaming. Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts have the highest amount of saturated fats. Though they have good nutritional qualities, you can easily overconsume them because they taste buttery and yummy. Consume other healthier nuts like almonds, walnuts, macadamia, pine nuts, and pistachios. Be sure to consume just a handful of these nuts per day. Cake. This is my worst nightmare. Cakes and pastries may be instant mood lifters, but they're also LDL or bad cholesterol level lifters. Of course, if you have them once or twice in a month and follow a good lifestyle, your heart will not be at risk. But if you are sedentary and eat a piece of cake very often, you are in trouble. Limit your cake intake, especially the ones that have icing on top. If possible, make a healthier version of cakes at home by using low-cal dark brown sugar, multigrain flour, and natural sweeteners like honey. Deep fried foods. Here comes your worst nightmare. No fried foods. Kidding? We all crave fried, crunchy comfort food once in a while. But the problem arises when you make them your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. Fried foods are known for their high saturated and trans fat content and the ill effects they have on health. Fried foods like french fries, fryums, fried chicken, and batter fried foods are not at all healthy and they should be avoided. If you have cravings, make guilt-free shallow fried and use olive oil to make them healthy and super tasty. Creamy sauces and dressings. Cream-based sauces, gravies, and creamy dressings are often made with high-fat ingredients, contributing to their saturated fat content. Opt for lighter alternatives or use them in moderation. Mayonnaise. Who doesn't love a dollop of silky smooth mayonnaise in salads, sandwiches, and wraps? It has a magical property of turning a boring salad into a delicious one. But the problem is the amount of saturated fats present in it. Plus, because of its creamy texture and feel-good taste, we all tend to overconsume. But the way to consume it is to prepare low-cal salad dressing with olive oil, use cottage cheese in sandwiches and wraps, and to eat no more than 2 tablespoons of it per day. Remember, it's important to maintain a balanced diet and focus on consuming unsaturated fats from sources like avocados, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish. Example, salmon and mackerel that provide healthier fats beneficial for health. As always, individual dietary needs may vary, so consulting with a healthcare professional or a registered dietitian can provide personalized guidance based on your specific health goals and needs. Thanks for watching.